Okay, guys, what do we usually do? We actually teach using traditional methods, but you see, nowadays AI applications have reformed all that stuff. Specifically, you people might have heard that a lot of people, you see toll plaza, and they're automated. So a lot of people, in fact, everybody has a fear that they might lose their job. So these LLMs are now reforming our teaching, and not only the teaching, they are reforming all the processes that are there. And what do? Basically, they facilitate us in three ways. Like we can say there is economy of effort while using these LLMs. Number one, so they provide us economy of effort. Okay. Number two, they facilitate us, like they provide us economy of time. Okay. What third type of economy do they offer us? Economy of, do you see they offer us economy of money as well? I mean, these resources they have provided us three types of economies. They lessen our effort, they lessen our time, they lessen our consumption of money. So these three types of efforts are made using these are economized, these three areas. So mainly these three areas are there. Okay, now what usually we do, we actually write simple prompts over here, like we say write an essay on let's suppose on the following topic, and then we mention a simple topic like morning walk. Okay, and it writes an essay, a very simple stuff. So that is an example. Okay, let's move on. This is in fact not a very basic use of chat GPT or other LLMs, and most of us use this very simple way, and it has written an essay on morning walk, and usually the teachers say that this is a very unethical use of chat GPT and other LLMs. So now how can we make it better? How can we make lesson plans? How can we predict? How can we discuss what our students are doing? You see the modern trends are there and a lot more stuff. Let me move on to a new chat window. Let's suppose, because all of us are teachers, let's suppose, and I have made a prompt for you. So we will do an activity. I will write a prompt over here. So the next prompt type that I have mentioned, I'm going to discuss is few short prompts. So the first type was zero short prompt. So just give a short, a short means just give a question or a need, and it will display the result in a very simple way. But now, because all of us are teachers, I have mentioned a prompt over here that is called a few short prompts. So you mentioned a detailed context over here. Let's suppose a thing that the teachers usually face in our classes. That is the mischievous behavior and you see the creative ways of our students, because most of them are very much creative in making mischiefs and you see doing all that stuff in the classes. So let's suppose I've written a student is very mischievous and creative. Below are some of his past acts. So we mentioned the past acts, and then we mentioned the teacher reaction. Okay, so I have mentioned mischief one. The students hid all the chalks in the classroom before a test. So a type of mistake. And the teacher's reaction was, the teacher was surprised and teacher laughed and reminded the students to return them immediately. Okay, so one mischief and the teacher's reaction. And second mischief, the students replaced the teacher's whiteboard markers with invisible ink pens. Okay, and then there was a teacher's reaction. The teacher raised the eyebrow and then playfully challenged the students to fix that mess. And the third mischief is the student put a small speaker under the teacher's chair and played random animal sounds. And what is the teacher's reaction? Teachers raised an eyebrow, then playfully challenged the student to fix that mess. And the fourth mischief. And guys, teacher's reaction, I have not mentioned that reaction. In fact, I am the principal and I know the three reactions. What should I expect from my own behavior? You see what's written, predict the teacher's reaction in fourth situation. So let me click over here and let's find how the teacher would react in fourth situation. You see what would be the fourth reaction of the teacher in fourth situation. The teacher will say, nice try, but you cannot fool exam time. Now fix the clock and focus on your paper. Okay. So you see the fourth mischief was the students changed the classroom clock time by 1 hour during an exam, and then we predict the teacher's reaction. Now let's change the teacher's reactions and let's see what could be the fourth reaction there. Okay, mischief number one, teacher's reaction was in response to first mischief, the teacher surprised, laughed, and reminded the students to return them immediately. Okay, let's change the reaction. So if we change these reactions, you see the fourth reaction, the chat GPT will suggest fourth reaction accordingly. So you can suggest teacher's reaction when the student hid all that chalks in the classroom before the test. Let's suppose I write over here, teacher's reaction is asking the student to leave the class for 20 minutes. Okay. Second is the teacher has replaced the teacher's whiteboard marker with invisible ink pens, and I change the teacher's reaction over here, and I say the teacher complained the principal. Okay. And then third reaction, the teacher phoned the parents and called them to school. Okay. And then you see, after the fourth mischief, student changed the class time by 1 hour. So you see, now the response of ChatGPT will change. So what is the prediction? The fourth action, the teacher would likely get very serious, stop exam immediately, and cancel the student's paper, warning that such mischief during an exam could lead to strict disciplinary action. So you see, on this type of things are there when we can expect something from students' behavior, from our colleagues' behavior as a teacher, and what action principal is going to take in response to something.